Meaty, do you have any questions?
Hi everyone. Sorry for being late.
That's all right.
Yes, I do have a question. I was talking with a friend early in the morning, and I was debating with him about consciousness. And I said that you are. I was convincing him that he was the consciousness, and
Okay.
he saw that, and he wasn't convinced that he was that consciousness. He was convinced that he was the character.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to him that it's okay. I'm also convinced that I'm the character. So how can I know that I am the consciousness? It's
Easy,
it's hard. I'm like possessed by this character, and
easy, easy. But forget. Let's just forget about your friend and the whole debate. Don't ask the question for the sake of me giving you like the ultimate answer, and then you can kind of go back and like, I have the ultimate answer in your face. I told you so. Your consciousness, not a character. I'm the best. Don't come at it from that perspective. Come at it from the place that you want to know. You want to know what you
yeah,
really are. Like I heard rumors that I might not be who I think I am. It starts with that. You're like, I'm curious. I'm gonna question. I'm so humble that I'm now questioning everything that I've ever believed about myself and everything that anyone else has ever told me about myself. I'm coming with that humility to say, hey, I don't know who the fuck I am, but I want to find out. That's true humility, because curiosity is born out of that humility. If you're not humble enough to say you don't know who you are, then how can you actually even be curious to find out? If you think that you know who you are and you believe so strongly that you know who you are, then it's like you haven't even started that journey. The question, who am I, will not even come up. You won't even be interested in it. So it has to come from this strong desire to really know, this sincerity. It's out of this humility that there's sincerity that's born, and curiosity. Curiosity means it's like, I want to discover. Curiosity is like, I want to know. Curiosity is, let me question. Questioning is like a shovel, like, let me dig. Let me reveal the truth. Let me dig. I need to get down to the bottom of this. That's what questioning is. So then you start, like, essentially you're like uncovering everything that you've believed to be true. Things that you've been taken for granted all the time. Such as, I'm the body, I'm the mind. Something that, like, you look around, everyone else believes to be the body mind. That's why it's not really good to talk about this stuff with other people.
yeah.
Right? It's like, I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers here. This is total BS, but it's something like that. Like, let's say like 1 out of like 10 million people are having this type of like conversation. They're definitely not in your family, and they're definitely not in your friend circle.
Yeah.
It's rare.
No,
It's
I
rare.
was I was just having a debate with him, and I couldn't convince him. I felt, you know.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Well, you said you don't know either.
Yeah,
You're going to be the worst to convince anyone. They're going to,
but
you're energetically, they're going to know you're full of shit
yeah.
because you don't know. You don't know, and you're trying to convince someone else. It doesn't make sense.
No, I do know, but it's like conveying that message to him or trying to convince him is
Mm-hmm.
hard for me.
But I
Because
thought you said you don't. I thought you said you didn't know though at the start. Because
well,
you said he
I'm
believed
still
that he's the character, and you said you're like, I do too.
yeah, I'm still
You're uncertain.
convinced that yeah, I'm
You're
still
uncertain.
possessed by the character. The character is my life, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
And trying to convince him that he doesn't exist is something impossible.
yeah, don't yeah. I don't know. It's a fool's job. I'm doing it with you guys.
Yeah.
It's not working too good. But here, let's just start with you. So just put the friend to the side. How do you know that you're consciousness? One, are you conscious?
Of course, yeah.
Now, how do you know that you're conscious?
I'm here at the moment and I'm
Okay.
conscious of this reality.
Okay. But how do you know that you're conscious? Forget about close your eyes, make the world disappear by closing your eyes. Go ahead. Now, right now, how do you know that you're conscious? Without referencing anything else.
I don't know, I just conscious.
You do know, though. Are you conscious? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, how do
Yes.
you know? How do you know? Where did you go to confirm that answer? Are you not confirming it based off of your own experience of being conscious?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you're conscious of being conscious. You're aware of being aware. You know that you know. And see that you're not referencing anything else. You're not asking anybody else. You didn't ask your body, hey, am I conscious? You didn't ask your mind, hey, am I conscious? Consciousness is conscious of itself all the time. And because you're not going anywhere, asking anyone, referencing anything, it's self evident that you are conscious.
Sometimes I wonder if we have, like, if thoughts are to have awareness.
Okay.
Are
So,
thoughts aware of?
yeah, sure. Well, let's find out. So, think of an elephant, a big one, the biggest elephant that you've ever seen. Think of that. Now, this elephant that you're thinking about, it's gray. Give it tusks. It's got tusks. It's got big ears. Now, this elephant, is this elephant aware of you or are you aware of the elephant?
I'm aware of it.
Yeah. And isn't this elephant just a thought?
It is a thought, yeah.
So you're aware of thoughts. This thought of an elephant is not aware of you.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's your answer.
Wonderful.
Now, what about the body? Is the body aware of you or are you aware of the body?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
You're aware of the body. Okay. So what you know about your mind is essentially just thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got the body. So who's this character? Isn't this character just the body mind? What you describe, what you refer to as the character, essentially you're referring to as the body mind. Are you not? So it seems like you're aware of the character. And you just confirmed that you're consciousness. You said that you're conscious of being conscious. Then you asked me, you said, well, what if thoughts are aware of me? I said, well, let's find out. And you said, no, you're aware of thoughts. You're aware of the mind. And you also said you're aware of the body. So you're aware of the character. So there's the character and then there's you. Which one are you? To help you create some distance, you can think of consciousness being like an eye. And anything that it sees, it's not. This eye sees the microphone. There's the microphone. So it knows, well, I'm not the microphone because I'm seeing it. I'm aware of the microphone. So you can use that same principle. You can see the thought of the elephant. You're not the elephant. You're not the thought. You can see the mind, which is just the activity of thoughts. You can see the body. You're aware of the body. You can see the body. You're not the body.
It's so convincing to believe that you are the character. It's so.
What's so convincing about it, though?
Like when the character acts, it's hard to locate this consciousness. It works.
It doesn't have a location.
Integrates.
It doesn't have a location.
Yeah. Yes.
Where's the body? You go, huh, it's right here. The body's got a location. The body's located in consciousness.
So the consciousness is bigger than the body, or what?
Oh, yeah. The consciousness is infinity. Doesn't that body seem pretty finite? It's got some borders, doesn't it? That body, you know exactly where this body starts, where it ends. Body, and then I start touching the microphone, not body. This is finite, that's finite.
Am I not living in this body? Like,
you're asking me where you live?
Like this
where
is
do you
so confusing.
If you're in the body, well, let's find out. This is good because we're all exploring. If you're in the body, then where exactly in the body are you? You said I'm living in here.
I don't know, like spirit.
Are you behind the eyes? There's one of you. Are you behind the right eye or the left eye?
Both, maybe.
Both? Okay. Maybe you're right in the middle. Because when you refer to yourself, there's definitely just one of you, right? Or is there two? Or is there three? When you say I, is that plural or singular?
Singular.
Yeah, when you refer to yourself, there's only one of you. There's only one. I. And this I, you've been referring to yourself as I your entire life. Right? When you're 3 years old, 5 years old, 7, 9, 10, 15, 20, 21. I. So there's only one of you. So whereabouts, if you're saying I'm in the body, then where is it? Maybe right behind the eyes, maybe in the heart, in the head. Where do you think? You said that you're in the body, and I'm just saying, well, where? We're just investigating. We're exploring. We're trying to find you. Because you said it seems so, I forget what you said. It seems so not believable. You said it's so strong. My belief is so strong that I am this character. You said something like that, right? What'd you say? You said it's so
convincing.
Yeah. It's so convincing that I'm this character. And then I said that character appears in consciousness. That body appears in consciousness. And then you said, well, wait. Consciousness is not in this body. You said like, you said, how big is consciousness then? And I said, infinite. Consciousness is infinite, but you know for a fact that that body is finite. That body's limited. It's not limitless. There's a clear limit to that body, where it starts and where it ends.
But why am I conscious of this body individually? Like,
well, first we're trying to find you first.
Yeah.
So then you said you're in that body. And then I said, okay, so there's one of you. This I that you refer to yourself is just one. It's not two. It's not plural. So then if you're in that body, then where are you? So give me based off of what you believe. Don't try and come up with an answer. Where do you actually believe you are?
Maybe transmitted in the mind, or
okay.
The mind is like a radio to consciousness, or
okay.
transmitting.
Are we saying that the mind is the same as the brain, or are we saying that the mind is something else?
No, consciousness is inside the brain. Maybe
consciousness is inside what?
The brain.
Okay. Oh, so that's where you. So you think that you are consciousness, but the consciousness is in the brain.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how will you know this?
I don't know nothing. I don't know.
So this I that you're referring to, it's always been here. It's always been present. Your entire life, it's always been present, right? The I, you didn't go a couple years without being an I, did you?
No.
No. So you've always been this I. What's happening is this I is getting mixed up with experience. So experience is everything. The experience of thoughts, the experience of feelings, the experience of sense perceptions. This is all experience. Now, how do you know that it's experience? Is because, are you not aware of it? Do you not experience the body? If I ask you right now, do you experience that body? What would you say?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And if I asked you, do you not experience thoughts? What would you say? Do you experience thoughts? Okay. And what about feelings? Do you experience feelings?
I do, yeah.
So you experience feelings. Do you experience attention?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you experience the five senses?
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is about everything that you experience. This is what you consider your experience. You only know about some world based off of the five senses. What you consider to be the world, the desk, the table, based off of feeling, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, the five senses. And you're saying that you experience the five senses. So the five senses are an experience. What you think about the world. Thoughts. You experience thoughts. Emotions. You experience emotions. The body. You experience the body. So you, the I, is experiencing all of it. But where it gets mixed up is when the I becomes identified with the experience. When the I becomes identified with a thought. When the I becomes identified with the experience of the body. When the I becomes identified with the experience of a feeling, an emotion. It looks like this. I am the body. I am angry. I am fearful. I am a computer programmer. I am a basketball player. I am a musician. Those are just thoughts. Musician, it's just a thought. Basketball player, it's just a thought. Anger is just an emotion. It's just a thought. So you see how the I is then, it's being identified, it's being attached, it's getting combined with the experience. But this I that you've been referring to yourself as your entire life, this has always been constant. This I. All of the other experiences are always changing. The body is an experience, and that body is always changing. The feelings are an experience, and the feelings are always the emotions. They're always changing. The sense perceptions, the five senses, and how they're perceived, what they're perceived, what they're perceiving, that's always changing. The attention, where it's going to, it's always changing. Now, what is aware of all these different experiences changing? What is it? What all these different experiences that I just pointed out, the body is an experience and that's changing. Emotions are an experience and those are changing. The five sense perceptions, that's changing. Attention, that's changing. Thoughts, those are changing. What's aware of all those things that are changing? What's aware of all those experiences that are changing?
Consciousness. I think.
Sure. Is it not you? Are you not aware that all of those are changing?
Yeah,
You're aware.
When I'm meditating.
When you're meditating.
No,
well, we're discovering it right now.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah,
but not this one who talks.
Okay. So you're aware that all those experiences are changing.
Yeah.
Now, does the awareness ever change?
No.
No. So notice how that I that you refer to yourself as your entire life, notice how the I has not changed. The body changed. You weren't always that body has not been that big your entire life. It was once a baby body, now it's big body. You haven't been fearful your entire life, or angry your entire life, or depressed your entire life. You've never experienced an emotion forever. You've never had the same thought of an elephant your entire life. So there's no experience that is continuous. But are you not always aware? Yeah. So you're always aware. And that awareness is ever present.
Yeah.
It's here now, isn't it? The awareness. And if I ask you, where are you? Are you not here now? You're also here now. Because you are that awareness. There's nothing left. If you're not that awareness, what else would you ever be? What else can you be? When you refer to yourself as I, when you refer to yourself as I your entire life, right? I, you could say it's like the most used word. I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am showering. I am going to school. I, always I. It's like the center of your life. Everything revolves around this I. So this I has been continuous. The I has been always present. The I is always aware of all experiences. And we just went one by one through the experiences. And you're noticing how all these experiences are always changing. But the awareness does not change. The I does not change. Because they are the same. The awareness and the I are one and the same. What you refer to yourself as I is actually the I of awareness. It is awareness that you are referring to. Is it clear?
Yeah.
And how does that feel?
It feels like me.
Feels like you.
Yeah.
And where are you?
I'm here.
You're here. Can you be anywhere else other than here?
No, of course not.
No.
You
Sorry? It
you
cut out.
are
I am what?
you are on the other side of the world, so you and I are the same.
Well, we are the same. Yeah. But you can only be here now.
Yeah.
Here now, you would say, is the present moment. Your entire life experience, all the experiences of your life have been unfolding in and as this present moment.
Yeah.
They're not unfolding anywhere else. Life is happening here now. It's not happening somewhere else. Nothing else exists other than this present moment. So you are here now. You are ever present. And you have no experience of this awareness ever starting and stopping? Have you ever stopped being aware? Did you ever stop being aware maybe between like 8 years old and 10 years old, maybe 15 to 21? Was there this gap that you stopped being aware?
No, I think of sleep, but maybe I don't know where sleep.
You think you stop being aware when you're asleep?
I don't think so. That I don't think. No. But it feels like I wasn't aware.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
This is just because you haven't investigated it. You're aware right now when this body's awake. You're aware of a body, a mind, a world. You're aware of this waking experience. Then you go to bed and you're aware of a dream body, a dream mind, and a dream world. And then you're aware of no body, no mind, and no world. And then the body wakes up and experiences the waking state again. And the body goes to bed. There's a dream again. And then there's again no body, no mind, no world. And it repeats these 3 states of experience daily. So during those 3 states of experience, when exactly do you stop being aware?
When my cognitive mind stops functioning, maybe.
That's when you stop being aware? When does the mind stop? When is the mind stopping? In deep sleep?
Yeah, in deep sleep, yeah.
Well, are you not aware that there's no mind in deep sleep? How many thoughts are you having in deep sleep? How many dreams are you having in deep sleep? None. What about your body? Are you aware of the body in deep sleep?
No.
No. So you don't have any experience of a body or a mind in deep sleep. Do you?
No.
No. So it's not that awareness is absent in deep sleep. There's just an awareness of absence. There's just nothing else other than you. See that you are aware that there's no body and no mind and no world in deep sleep. You must be there. You must be here. You must still exist in deep sleep. You as awareness. You must be present in deep sleep to be able to report and say, yeah, there's no awareness of any mind. I did not see a mind. I did not experience a mind. And there's no body to be found. I did not experience a body. And I did not experience a world. That's your experience. So obviously, yeah, you're still aware in deep sleep.
But it feels like,
feels like what?
Yeah, but it feels like it's death. It's death. It's non-existent.
Yeah. Well,
but it exists at the same time.
It feels like it's non-existent, but yet something exists to be able to report that. That's one of those things that just doesn't make any sense. Obviously, you're not non-existent because you still exist to be able to be aware. that there's nothing else. So awareness can never not exist. It never ceases to exist. Awareness is never absent. Awareness never ends. Awareness never comes to a stop. Awareness never dies. I'm saying the same thing now 6 different ways. You're just so used to having an experience of something. In deep sleep, there's an experience of no thing. See that right here in the waking state, there's an experience of, yes, something, something else, something going on here, something over there. Same with the dream state. Something, oh, now you're flying, the body's flying, it's in outer space. Then you're eating ice cream. Then you're in Costa Rica. Then you're in Morocco. Right? There's always something happening. But in deep sleep, nothing's happening. No thing. Because that's what you are. Awareness is not a thing. You're looking for something. Not realizing that it's no thing that's aware of something. So you said it feels like death. Maybe. Do you like your sleep? You love your sleep, don't you?
Yeah.
You love it. Aren't you happy to go to sleep?
I am. It's my best time.
Yeah. And you sleep peacefully, don't you? It's a peaceful sleep, isn't it?
Yeah, I do.
And you feel so free in sleep. Free of everything. Free of the worries. Free of the stress. Free of the world. Free of who you think you are. Free of the character. That's why you love it. You love yourself. So you could say that what feels like death, it's not that bad, is it? Apparently, you look forward to dying every night. Do you not? You said it feels like death. And here you are looking forward to it. So you can use that word death and yourself as the exact same, actually. You look forward to yourself. Because what you consider death is no thing. What you consider death is the end of all of this activity, all of this happening. And you experience that every day, every night. To the mind, it feels like death because all the activity, which is the mind, is just coming to a rest. But you said you enjoy that rest. You look forward to that rest. But you also just realized, I'm pointing out, it's up to you to realize it, that what you actually are has no start and has no end. What you actually are cannot die. It cannot cease to exist. It cannot stop existing.
Wow.
It has no start. It has no end. That's called eternity. It cannot die. That's called immortality. You experience any time in deep sleep?
No.
No. You're timeless. Is this a good discovery or a bad discovery?
Actually, both, because the mind is what now it's hard to digest this information.
Well, this information is not for the mind.
Yeah, it's not first. Too much.
Because you're just simply being aware. It's you, awareness, that's being aware of this. You're aware of yourself.
Yeah.
Is everything that I've been telling you, is this true? Are you confirming it?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
That doesn't sound that convincing, is it? Like, are you, when I say, like, do you
Yes.
experience
I am.
time? Do you experience time in deep sleep?
No. No.
No. So you would agree it's timeless.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you confirmed, you said you look forward to your sleep. You're happy to go to bed and sleep. You love your sleep. Your sleep is peace.
Me too.
It's freeing. So these are, this is your experience. I'm not telling you this. You're confirming it. This is your experience. You're confirming that you exist without a body, a mind, and a world. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're existing without a body, a mind, and a world, you apparently you're pretty damn happy and you love it and you're at peace and you're free. And you said that in deep sleep, you have no experience of anything else. There's nothing else. If I say, is there anything else that's with you in deep sleep? When you're experiencing no body, no mind, and no world, is there anything else that's kind of with you? Is there you and anything else? No, it's just you, right? It's just you. So that happiness, that love, that peace, that freedom, that awareness, that must be you. It has to be. You said there's nothing else there. There's not you in a Ferrari. It's not the Ferrari that's making you happy. It's not you and your girlfriend. It's not your girlfriend that's making you happy. When you go to sleep, you forget everything. It's just you.
Yeah.
And so far, we haven't found this magical time where you stop being aware. So what you're saying is, so far, your entire life, you're always aware. Not even for 2 minutes did you stop being aware.
True.
You've never experienced any break in awareness. You've never experienced an end where awareness said, okay, time out. I need a rest from being aware. I'll see you back here next week. It never did that. And when did this awareness start? You never experienced any start of it.
Yeah.
You never experienced someone going, okay, and start being aware. Did you?
No.
No. So like I said, you've never experienced a start and you've never experienced an end. That's eternity.
This is strange.
And
Oh.
in deep sleep, there's nothing there. No thing. Is there anything that's created in deep sleep? There's no creation there in deep sleep, is there?
No.
No, you're not creating any dreams. You're not creating any imaginations. You're not creating anything. So there's no creation. So therefore, you're actually unborn. There's no start because you were never born. Awareness is unborn. Awareness has no start. And that which is unborn cannot die. Can something that's unborn die? Can something that never started, can that stop?
No.
Eternity, immortality, you. And without any start, without any end, where do you find any limits? You can't find it. You can't find any limit to this awareness. And that which has no limits is limitless. And that which is limitless is called infinity. That's why you are ever present. That's why you are always here now. That's why you cannot go anywhere. Where would infinity go? So you asked before, you said, wow, how big is consciousness? And I said, pretty big. I said, infinite. This is what I mean. And what we're talking about is you. We're not talking about something else. You, awareness. You, awareness, are limitless. You, awareness, are timeless. You, awareness, are eternal. You, awareness, are immortal.
The death is illusion.
It is. Are you satisfied with your discovery?
Is it just consciousness?
Oh, you mean like,
Yes.
is there something
It's
else?
shocking.
You're saying, is it just consciousness? Or are you saying, is there something else? What's your question?
Yeah.
You're saying, is there something else
I
other than
always wonder
consciousness?
if
Well, let's find out.
no.
But
Consciousness itself, is it just consciousness? Consciousness itself, is it just a seer to this physical world?
well, so
Or is it something else?
well, let's find out. So you, consciousness, are infinity, which means there's no limits. You're ever present. There's no start, there's no end. So what else could there be? If there was something else other than consciousness, then there would be now two things. There'd be consciousness and then something else. There'd be you and something else. Because there would have to be a limit. If there's infinity, there can only be infinity. There can't be infinity plus something else. Because if there was a something else, there'd be infinity and then this other thing, which means that this wouldn't actually be infinity, because there would be some sort of, well, here's the start and end of infinity, and then here's the start of something else. It wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't be true. Infinity is limitless. For two things to exist, there has to be a start and an end of one thing and a start and an end of another thing. This is one hand, and we know this because there's a distinct boundary and border and a limitation of this one hand. And this is another hand because we see a distinct border and boundary and limitation of this hand. That's why there's two. But you, consciousness, you just said you can't find a start and an end. You just confirmed that what has no limits is limitless. In other words, it's infinite. which means that everything is you. All that you see is you. You are all that is. There's no separation. For there to be separation, there would have to be a limit. There would have to be a border. There would have to be a boundary. There would have to be a start and an end. So there's nothing happening.
There's silence.
That's you. See, there was no thoughts. That silence is always here. That's you. Did you sense the stillness too? That stillness is always here. It's you. Did you sense the happiness?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
In that situation.
Just sit still.
Yeah, it's just still not experiencing any happiness now.
Is there any suffering happening?
Yeah.
Is there any suffering happening?
Yeah, sure.
No,
There's only suffering now.
no. Are you suffering? Are you unhappy? Just sit still. Don't move. Just look at me and don't move. Can you sense the peace?
I do.
Can you sense the freedom?
Yeah. In spite of my tinnitus, I feel the freedom.
Can you sense the happiness? Can you sense that there's nothing missing? Nothing needs to be added. that the moment feels complete. It feels whole. What you're aware of is you. That's you. When you're sitting with me, still like that, and silent, you're simply aware of yourself. Feels nice to be yourself, right?
Hey,
That's what you are. That's what you are. Doesn't that feel natural?
yeah,
You don't need to maintain anything, create anything, develop anything, sustain anything. Not like pretending to be a character. That's a lot of work. Trying to be somebody. Look how effortless it is to just be yourself. Look how yourself needs nothing. Look how you don't need to do anything to be yourself. I just said stop doing, stop moving around, stop making noises. And right there, that's you. Effortless, natural, ever present. And that's your direct experience. The I that you refer to yourself as is that. We can't give it a name because it's nameless. It's formless. Notice how when you're just sitting still and you're staying silent, notice how there's no shape, there's no size, there's no ethnicity, there's no race, there's no religion, there's no nationality. There's no preferences, no opinions. That's the real you. And that's your direct experience. You're not believing anything. I'm not asking you to believe anything. I'm just saying, be aware of what you are. Are you certain that's you? Are you certain? You know how you know it's you? Because there's nothing else. Watch how when you just sit still and stay silent, there's nothing else. There's just the awareness of being. There's just the awareness of you. When you say myself, that's the self. The self is that silence. It is that stillness. It is that happiness. It is the love. It is the peace. It is the freedom. It is that wholeness, that completeness, that fulfillment, that rest, that relaxation. You're not aware of anything else other than you. I just asked you if you're aware of any thoughts, and you said, no, no thoughts. You're not aware of the body. You're not aware of anything else. You're just aware of what is. And it's really indescribable. All these words are just pointers pointing to it, trying to describe it. As soon as you try and speak about it, it's not true. So that's your direct experience. So you've been believing that you're a somebody your entire life. But experientially, experience is totally different than belief. You just experience that that's the truth of you. It doesn't require a belief. You questioned everything that you believed. That's what we've been doing this whole time, questioning what you believed. And you've been seeing that everything that you believed has actually been false. Everything that you've believed is actually untrue. So together we looked at all the things that you believed, and you revealed that they were untrue, which then reveals that which is true, which is you. So there's no convincing. I'm not trying to convince you anything. I told you. That's a fool's job to try and convince someone. You just experienced it for yourself. You experienced yourself. And it's not a one-time thing. What do you think? You disappeared now? You're still here. You're ever present. You never end. You never stop. You can't go anywhere. What is it? Too good to be true?
What? I didn't. The connection is this question.
Oh, I said, what is it? Too good to be true? Is it too good to be true?
Yeah. Yeah.
I try my best to bring the good news. It's too good.
Yeah. You did
The
it.
news is too
Thank you.
good. The news is too good. I get it.
Yeah, it is.
I get it.
The best thing is not to be this character. Tortures me.
Why? Why?
I've been.
You want to be something that's searching for happiness, or you want to be happiness? You want to be something that's searching for love, or you want to be love? You want to be something that's searching for peace, or you want to be peace? You want to be something that's searching for freedom, or you want to be freedom? You want to be something that's going to die, that's afraid of dying, or you want to be immortal?
I don't want to.
Hey,
I want to be immortal.
you are.
Yeah.
You don't have to become
Thank
it.
God.
You're already that. You don't want to die. I'm showing you. You don't need to die because you were never born. I'm just showing you. You're already whole. No need for self-development. No need for self-improvement. You're already whole. You're already complete. You don't need anything. You can't take anything away from you. I just showed you that. I just showed you yourself. You could say I'm transmitting yourself all the time because what I am is the real you. What you just experienced there, that silence, that stillness, the happiness, the love, the peace, the freedom, wholeness, completeness. That's what I am. That's what I live as. That's what you are too. But you're believing to be some character. So you're living as a character. I'm just saying, just realize what you already are. Realize what you are. You said, who am I? This is how the whole conversation started. Did you get the answer to that question by any chance?
I did. I always, to be honest, I always thought that I was this consciousness.
Well, you can think about it.
My whole life.
You can think about it, but now you know it.
I always thought that, hey, I'm living in this body. But I never realized it this way.
Mm-hmm. This body is appearing in you.
Yeah.
The world is appearing in you. Outer space appears in you. The universe appears in you.
What?
You got to look up the definition of infinity. Infinity is infinity.
Oh my God.
You'll see. It might not be, like I said, it might not be like a one and done thing, because it requires seeing clearly. It requires really exploring your true nature. That you have to be so familiar with yourself. You were so familiar with the character that this is like the first time that you're like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, that's you. And you're like, oh. And you just like, you peeked at it. That's me. Oh, thanks. Oh yeah, now I know who I am. Thanks, Mitch. Thanks for the journey. Love the guidance. Thumbs up. Good adventure. But you just like peeked at it. What happens is it's like you stay as that. You stop trying to go outward to be a character. You stop pretending to be somebody and you just be yourself. And what is yourself? Yourself is a nobody going nowhere. Notice how your entire life you've always been trying to be a somebody going somewhere. Right?
Yeah,
Aren't you tired of that?
I am.
Everybody is. Because it's not what they actually are. We're all a nobody going nowhere. And that I said, who am I? Or you asked that question. That same I is the same for everyone here. Would you think there's a bunch of separate eyes?
Yeah. I think
No, it's just one eye. It's the universal eye. Remember, you couldn't find any start or end. You couldn't find any limit. You can't find any border or boundary. Where does your I, your infinite I, start? And where does my infinite I start? This is realizing that there's just one self. There's one self that has infinite expressions. That body is just one expression. This body is another expression, and those bodies are other expressions. Infinite expressions of the one source. So does it sound like I'm trying to convince you of anything? Or does it look like I'm just revealing something to you?
just revealing.
Something that's always here. Something that just is. It's always been like that. I didn't create anything and get you to believe it. I'm just pointing at something that says, hey, you want to know what you are? Say, here, come a little closer, have a look. So was it a good discovery?
Brilliant.
Are you satisfied with your discovery? Do you want to search for something else?
No, of course not.
No, there's nothing else to search. This is it. Your whole life, you've been looking for this. You've been looking for yourself. Everyone is looking for their self. And there's only one self. I just happen to find it, and I show you where it is. What are you experiencing? What are you experiencing?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Nothing. This whole session, my mind just shut off.
Yeah. It just felt like something just deactivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So peaceful.
Something just came to a stop, right?
Yeah.
Felt like a big ceiling fan that just stopped. And now you're like, oh, that's what silence is. Sounds like the silence became louder, right? Like I said, if it's true seeing, who am I is the one question that's going to end all questions. Do you have any other questions for me?
No.
No.
I gain enlightenment.
There's nothing to gain because you're already it.
Yeah.
I gave you nothing. No thing. I can't give you yourself. You've always been yourself. It just helped you realize that. All right, that was good. Anybody else have any questions?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I got one.
Yes, Brody.